You know, we went to Puerto Rico in the waterfalls. Oh my God.
Julio Medina, backstage at the Southeastern USA. Julio, we had a fun shoot with your wife out at a little spring here in Orlando, right?
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
It was
in the middle of Mickey Mouse Land.
That's the epitome of being beautiful, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah, with your wife there in the center of it, especially. Yeah,
Can't
she looked really
there.
good.
I am blessed in that department, so I feel good.
Well, and we were talking earlier, and we go over some of those things that we discussed about, you know, all that's involved with competing that people, general audiences, may not understand. I mean, you're all over the place. I mean, you were on the highway, you get stuck in traffic, you don't know, you know, if you're going to make the early weigh-in, which you weren't able to make. You know, what a lot of stress, and you're having to eat every couple hours.
It's a second job, pretty much. You know, we left the house. We left Fort Lauderdale. We live in Fort Lauderdale. We had to drive to Orlando. It's only about 3.5 hour drive. Left at 3:30 in the afternoon. Didn't get here till about 9, just before 9. It was like 8:54. So 9 p.m. There were 2 car accidents on the way here on the turnpike, and having to eat meals and cold meals on top of that was not the best thing in the world. But you know, you got to do what you got to do. Get here, manage. It was very stressful. As you said, we had to register between 6 to 8 p.m. on Friday night. We didn't get here till 9. Luckily, we called, made some phone calls, and got to register this morning. But it doesn't always look good because you're supposed to be here by 8 p.m. and unfortunately, we weren't able to make that. But luckily, it worked out pretty well.
So that creates some stress because you don't know if you're necessarily it's going to show up in your scores or anything. You know, okay, they say, you know, it's just, you know, it's like, well, if we make the judges angry, like they say about the, you know, I know P. Fancher mentioned in the morning meeting, hey, you know, the guys that got their trunks in the crack of their butt, you know, hey, they'll disqualify them. So, and you know, I know there's those sort of stresses, but then, you know, it's a lot more than that too. I mean, this is on top of what you would normally have to go through. Would you explain some of what you need to do to help prep your wife, a figure competitor?
Sure. First, it was a good 16 weeks of hardcore dieting, training. Cardio alone was almost 2 hours, an hour and 50 minutes of cardio a day, plus training, another hour and 20, an hour and 30 minutes a day. So you're looking at 3.5, 4 hours for workout purposes throughout one day, of course, of a day.
That's a part-time job, and then you're trying to hold down a full-time job on the side.
You know, she was also going to school full-time, so that was very stressful for her, having finals and midterms the whole time. Dieting, eating 1,500 calories on a daily basis for a calorie expenditure of 2,000 or greater, it's also not as easy. And
so that wears you down mentally, right?
Mentally, physically, emotionally, you name it, it does wear you down. Very stressful.
And that's fine if you don't really need to compete at your optimum, but you, like you say, you're going to school, you got finals and midterms, and working, that's a lot.
Yes, sir. And believe it or not, I think that was the easy part. And then, like you said, the hard part was trying to get here, getting stuck on the highway and then trying to make the actual weigh-in, being here on time, getting here for spray tanning. All that was very stressful on her and myself, trying to get her on time. But we managed to do it. And then we got here last night, got to check in around 10:30. We still had to do the manicure and the pedicure portion, had to do the makeup, the hair. We literally went to bed roughly about 1 in the morning, 1:30. Then nerves kicked in and all that stuff, and having to get up at 5:45 the next day was not the best thing. To get the hair and the makeup ready, be here on time at 7:30 in the morning to register and get the show started on time. So.
Right, and then you need to deal with I'm thinking of the figure competitor. She needs to look her best on stage. All those elements that you're mentioning, the manicure, the pedicure, making sure the color's right and so forth, and then that smile. She's got to be a good smile, natural looking and happy, and I mean she just has to exude the look.
That's the thing with the figure fitness versus bodybuilding. Bodybuilding, they do the diet, they do the cardio, they get on stage and they flex, they pose. Take nothing away from them, I do it myself. But with figure fitness, they not only have to do all that, they gotta look good while they do all that. And when you're tired, drained, depleted, and hungry, that's the last thing on your mind.
Well, it helps to have someone that's apparently quite gifted genetically and such, like your wife.
Definitely.
She looks like she could smile while she was shooting you.
Definitely. My wife does have a beautiful smile, and it glows. When she does it, the whole world sees it.
Absolutely. Well, we wish her the best, and we're certainly glad that the Medinas made the Southeastern USA this year.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the love.
I said yes.